Greetings, everyone, from Atlanta. The Hawks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. I asked him what the main reason was for the disappointing record so far. He said, it's not that easy to put a finger on, but we seem to lack that killer instinct. We don't have the confidence to finish teams off, even when we've got them on the ropes. Let's see if they can change their luck tonight, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Both free throws good for Nelson.
When the Magic made the big trade they did to send an unhappy Dwight Howard away, everybody thought they'd be the doormat of the league, and that wasn't quite the case. They were able to sneak up on some teams early and had enough talent to battle others late.
Scott kicks to Corbin. Gets a very good look into Harris. Kroger's got 5.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Harris defended by Corbin. Nelson kicks to Oladipo. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Turkoglu. Off the left rim and out. And as good as their season appeared early on, the Magic did eventually cool off and teams were able to overpower them. Steve, early on, they definitely caught teams off guard, I thought, and were playing well above themselves.
I agree, Kevin. They executed really well. They would run a follow and Redick off those screens. And Vucevic was a surprise, a really good young player down low. But they've got to continue to build this roster in order to compete at the highest level.
And that one's good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And you look at the Cobra, and if you guys noticed, a nice billboard of him going up as he signs with Jordan.
Yeah, it looks like they want to make him one of their featured athletes, and we should keep seeing him promoted like that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
By the way, sweet-looking shoes.
Yeah, very sweet.
Yeah, and I'm sure part of the deal is plenty of product. I'd like to get in on that.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Maxey. Davis comes in for Tobias Harris. And John Starks is subbed in for Jameer Nelson. Turkoglu dishes to Starks. This one for 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Nuggets.
That was a shocker, guys, because that had to be a tough one for them to swallow. They were supposed to win that game, but they never got going.
Yeah, and to lose it the way they did, too, I mean, that's where it really hurts, Steve. That's a hard one to take. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Stole it. And here's the fast break. Here's the Cobra. Here's Oladipo. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense.
Next Monday night, November 11th, the Atlanta Hawks go up against the Charlotte Bobcats, live from Time Warner Cable Arena.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
So on the floor for Orlando, the forwards Mo Harkless and Glenn Davis. Starts out there with Ronnie Price, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And what do you guys think about his comments after their last game?
The last thing people want to hear about after a bad performance is whining and complaining and then playing the blame game. And you have to give him credit for owning up to mistakes out there and being accountable. Not a lot of people in the NBA are comfortable doing that.
I agree with you, Clark. I mean, this is a great sign of maturity. That this guy is basically...
Mutombo. He passes to the Copa. Dishes to Korver. For three. Another three for Atlanta.
Kyle Korver, a sharp-shooting 10-year veteran out of Creighton. And when I say sharpshooter, he is a laser. I mean, this guy, you can never leave him alone. His release is so quick. His movement without the ball is really sharp. For his career, he's a 40% plus three-point shooter.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Deflected. It's stolen by Oladipo. From the sideline, let's catch. Oh,
Get it!
Oh, watch out now.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
The three from Korver. That is good. Korver's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep. The Southeast Division pretty top-heavy last year, but the Hawks, while not having a real chance to win the title, managed to finish second to the Heat in the division.
Here's Harris. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Elton Brand's checked in for Mutombo, and it's Stockton in for Kyle Korver. Now here's Goodrich. 29 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And he gave him great effort defensively as well, including a couple of blocked shots.
And for the Hawks, Clark, as you were talking about, taking care of business, going 11-5 against the rest of the Southeast. Steve, they've always seemed to find a way into the top 3 spots of the division when it's all said and done.
Well, Kevin, I mean, let's be honest. This is not the toughest division ever. I mean, Charlotte and Washington have been really bad. Orlando was horrific last season. So, yeah, that number sounds great, but come on.
The Magic making a switch here. Maxiel's checked in. Here's Turkle. He's got 6. Good ball movement here by the Magic. No good for Moore. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the Boston Celtics.
I didn't like the defensive game plan they had going into that one. It just seemed out of whack. The matchups were wrong, and they didn't bring the energy necessary either.
You know, it was befuddling to me why they stuck with that, Steve. I mean, they dug themselves a hole, and then they didn't make the changes they should have to get out of it. Didn't make any good adjustments there. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Passes it to Davis. Rebound, Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11 points. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Well, they were unbeaten against this opponent last season. Not surprising, considering where they both finished in the standings.
Three-pointer, Stockton, and hit on the basket. Hook it. Stockton's got 5 now.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Turkoglu passes to Moore. Back to Turkoglu. John Starks on the wing. And there's the pass to Davis. Deflects the pass. Here's Cunningham. And he gets off the fast break with a monster slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
In front. Oh, dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And so we wrap up the first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sport.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Korver at the 3 with Paul Millsap at the 4. The Cobra out there with Goodrich. And it's Mutombo in at the 5. Home in the paint. So that's the Hawks 5. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. It's going to be Nelson shooting. It's going to be on Dikembe Mutombo.
I just like the way he initiates the pick and roll for his club. I mean, they use it a lot with him because of his success, and it's just difficult to guard.
That's right, Steve. Whether he comes off the screen and takes the shot himself or feeds it inside to the screener, an easy basket is typically the result.
Here's the Cobra. No good. Some solid defense from Vucevic.
Well, the Magic ended up with just 20 wins on the season, which would be the worst record in the NBA last year, but they at least weren't dead last when it came to wins on the road. Still tied, though, for third worst in the league.
Here's Goodrich. Another three for Atlanta.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
The Magic trail by 18. Nelson, right side. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's foul number 2 for him. When you're a team like the Magic last season trying to find an identity in a rebuilding year, you know, Steve, it can be hard to gel as a cohesive unit on the road.
Well, the whole year it seemed like, a lot of the team was trying to figure out the kind of the nuances of the team dynamics, of the talent, of the new coaching staff. And it's frustrating when you're just getting beaten up every night. But you got to go through that to grow as a group. And hopefully this team can be a little better on the road this season.
Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for the Magic. The Hawks leading by 18. The Cobra passes to Brand, and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 10th in assists, 11th in fewest turnovers per game. And they were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
And I think really the key to their success, Clark, is what you talked about with the assist, because they're a top 10 team in the league thanks to a lot of unselfish play. They really like to move the ball, and when they found their offensive groove and passed the ball well, they were tough to beat.
Harkless kicks to Starks. There's the pick. Feeds to Harkless. Back to Starks. 6 on the shot clock. And Oladipo kicks to Starks. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
And they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low. The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Oh, the way they're converting on seemingly every shot, I wouldn't be surprised to see their field goal percentage just keep going up.
Mutombo is checked in for the Hawks. Korver comes in for Goodrich.
You know, I love watching a guy like Paul Millsap play because he's so efficient in his movement, and he's crafty. He's able to score big numbers on guys much bigger than him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Kevin, it certainly seemed the Magic were to be lost after Dwight Howard, but they have quickly turned things around. The development of their young players last year and nabbing the #2 overall pick in the draft helped speed that process. They took Victor Oladipo and now have a fantastic collection of young talent. We'll see how quickly they can get back to the postseason, guys.
Well, they didn't get it done last season, Doris, but they're hoping with the revamped roster, this will be the year. Vucevic checked in for Andrew Nicholson. Millsap's against Harris. There's the dish to Vucevic. Harkless with the screen for Nelson. They need this one. He takes it up and lays it in. Nelson's got 5 points now in the quarter. And Millsap, not quite 6'8", but he's got everything else. Motor, skill level, and Steve IQ for the game.
Yeah, very well-rounded. And his wingspan really helps defensively. You know, he's led all power forwards in steals each of the last 3 seasons. So he really does a nice job defensively. I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Nelson with it. He's got 7. They set the pick. Harris a screen on Stockton. The 3. And there's John Starks on the assist by Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Millsap a screen on Starks. The Cobra passes to Millsap. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Harkless. Gets it to go.
Beautiful dish down low.
Now here's Stockton. Pass to the Cobra. Puts up a 3. Offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits.
Coming up next Wednesday night, November 13th, Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks go up against the Atlanta Hawks, live from Phillips Arena. Make sure.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the score. By Nelson. The Cobra passes to Goodrich. They set the pick. Puts one up. That's good. Goodrich has got 22.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
And so in the game for the Magic, Davis at the 4 and Vucevic at the 5. Starts out there at Jameer Nelson. And it's Harris in at the small forward position.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
No good from Brand.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Now Goodrich. Brand passes to the Cobra. Korver kicks to Millsap. Vucevic on him. Puts it up from 12. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
3-pointer. Nelson. Orlando gets it back. Tries again. Great D that time from Brand.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they were right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
There's a screen. Here's Korver for 3. It's rebounded by Vucevic. Orlando's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The 3 ball. The shot by Starks, no good. The Hawks leading by 22. Passes it to the Cobra. Into Millsap. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Starks. Starks can't get that one to fall.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Brand, a screen on Nelson. Korver dishes to Brand. The Cobra. On the wing, Goodrich. Buries the long-range jumper. Goodrich has got 8 here in the quarter.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
It clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
So
Solid game for you tonight, and most importantly, your team got the win. How are you feeling after this one?
I think solid is a good word for it. I'm pretty happy with my game, and I think the team did pretty well overall, too. There's not much else to say. I like the fact that we came out of it with the win, and I hope we can keep this level of play up moving forward. I feel like Coach is really struggling with this team, man. I've got to be honest here. I don't think we're headed in the right direction at all.
Here in the front office and beyond, we pay very close attention to the state of the team. Rest assured, if action needs to be taken, we'll take it if we think it's the best course for the team. Do you think we need to make a change at the head coaching level to get things back on track?
Man, I think Coach can turn it around, but maybe he just needs a little nudge in the right direction, if you know what I'm saying.
But right now, we've got to stay focused on the task at hand, and that's getting the win against the Bobcats. Good luck.
Hey, thanks for taking the time to talk with me. I never want to be the one to rock the boat or throw a teammate under the bus or anything, but I just have a lot of beef with another member of the team right now. I know you know who I'm talking about, and I hope you see what needs to be done about it.
We've been following along with how things have been in the locker room, and unfortunately, it isn't an issue that can be resolved easily. We'd like to set up some meetings for you two to work things out, but as far as resolving this through a transaction, that just isn't something we feel would help the team.
All right, I get that. Yeah, I really do, man. I just wanted to come in and, let you know that right now me and him aren't seeing eye to eye. Hopefully that can change, but don't be surprised if something comes of it, man.
Thanks for letting us know about your issues with him. We'll do what we can to accommodate you both and move past this.
No doubt. All right, well, thank you. And good talk, man. I'll see you later.
But right now, we've got to stay focused on the task at hand, and that's getting the win against the Bobcats. Let's go out there and get it done.